This video will walk you through how to use Agency Second Brain to manage your entire agency operation. You can grab this Agency Second Brain in the description. Without further ado, let's dive into it. Agency Second Brain is built with the concept of Second Brain from Tiago 40 and following the PARA framework. This allows you to manage your agency under the hierarchy of areas, goals, projects, and tasks, using the PARA framework to organize everything from yearly planning to day-to-day tasks. First, let's have a look at the left side navigation. By clicking into each page, you will see related databases and detailed information. At the Home section, we have a dashboard overview, where your entire team can view on a daily basis regarding client projects, tasks, sprints, meetings, services, goals, and ARIs. The internal dashboard is only for agency internal management. Your team can create ARIs, goals, projects, and tasks for your own agency. Also, team members can view all the internal meetings on this page. At the Management section, you can enter project, sprint, task, and meeting pages. Here your team can view both external and internal projects, sprints, tasks, and meeting details. At the Main section, here are pages for sales, content, institution, contact, event, employee, service, invoice, finance, and goal. We will have a walkthrough of each page later. At the Secondary section, here are pages for brand, portfolio, resource, account, and tool. We will also dive into these later in the video. Lastly, at the Bonus section, you can find plug-and-play templates and documents for you to reach out to clients and communicate with clients during projects. So now let's dive into project management. First, let's create a new project from scratch. Here we assume that this project is an external project for a client, so don't tick the internal project checkbox. If it's an internal project, it will only appear on the internal page. We will also have a walkthrough of this later. For now, let's fill out other details like institution, contact person, priority service, expected revenue, etc. For institution and key contact information, you can create them first in the project database, or you can also create them separately in each database with more detailed info. For demonstration purposes, let's create them here first, and I will show you how these databases are connected with each other later. Once you choose the deadline of the project, the countdown will automatically be filled with a formula, and it will appear on the dashboard to remind your team members. Lastly, choose a team member or your project manager for this project. When you scroll down in the project detail page, you can see all related tasks, sprints, and meetings of the project. You can also add all necessary tasks when creating the project or add them later when needed. On the task detail page, you can also see the internal task and hide in public checkboxes. We assume this task is for the same external project, so we leave the checkbox unticked. Hide in public is one of the team features in this template. This is for team members to add their personal to-do tasks in their own dashboard, which we will dive into later. You can see sprints property on the task detail page. If this task is related to a sprint, you can choose from here to relate both databases. For now, we assume that this task is specifically for the project, so we leave it empty. Every sprint is created under a project, so on the project detail page, you can also see related sprints in it. Of course, you can also create an independent sprint to have quick ideas or brainstorms with the team and don't have any related project. We will have a closer look at the sprint page later. In each sprint detail page, we can also find related tasks and meetings. For the project cover image, you can upload your image using the cover property. On the dashboard, you can also view projects in list mode, grouped by status or group them by other properties. You can also change the order of the group properties. If you want to view all projects in the pipeline, just click the third tab, and you can view every project with their status and progress at once. Let's end it about project management. Next, task management. Here you can view all external tasks in different statuses and deadlines. Click into each task, and you can see the same settings as we walked through in the project database. The countdown will also be added automatically after you add a deadline to the task. Next, sprint management. Here you can view all external sprints grouped by status and projects, or you can also view all sprints at once by clicking the third tab, List. You can see some sprints are related to others. This function called dependencies. With this function, you can clearly view the relation between each sprint, sprints that are blocking or being blocked by another one. Click into each sprint page. We can view all details about the sprint as well as related tasks and meetings. Next, meeting management. Here you can view all meetings in weekly and monthly views. Click into each meeting page, and you can add all details about the meeting. If it belongs to projects or sprints, you can also connect them here. You will see this meeting also appear in related project and sprint detail pages. Scrolling down, you can add a meeting agenda to it. Next, service management. Here you can manage all services you provided in your agency in one place. Let's add a new service as an example. Fill out all the details on the page. If you want to add a new category, you can add one by simply typing the new category name on this property, choosing the pricing model and the standard rate. Also, upload an image as a cover on this property. If you have run ads for client acquisition, you can also view them here. Scrolling down, you can see related projects in the pipeline of this service. We will dive into the marketing section later. Switch to the Detail tab to enable you to view all service details at once. Next, OKR Goal Setting System. You can view all recent goals grouped by status. If you want to change the grouped property, you can simply click 3 dots here and choose the one you want. Let's add a new goal from scratch as an example. Choose the deadline, quarter, areas of the goal. If you want to add new areas, you can simply add them to this property. Select the priority and which department it belongs to. Add the responsible team member. A countdown will be added automatically once you give it a deadline. Let's add a key result as an example. Clicking into it, you can fill out all necessary info of the related key result. Scrolling down, you will see the project section here. This system is designed for you to set goals for different areas of your agency and break them into key results, and finally into projects and daily tasks. Once the related projects are finished, you can tick the checkbox here, and the progress of key results will automatically be counted. Open up the project page, and you can continue to add detailed info to it and also the related tasks or sprints. That's it for the OKR goal setting. Now let's move on to areas. We have added marketing areas at the previous goal section. Let's fill out detailed info for it. First, add a vision for this area. Progress will be automatically calculated by the status of related projects. If you want to add a cover image for the area, you can upload it at the cover property. Scrolling down, you can see related projects and goals of this area. The progress bar at the area section will be automatically calculated by the status of related goals. Next, let's move on to the internal page. On the internal page, you can view all internal projects, tasks, meetings, goals, and areas. Let's have a look at the project detail page. You can see all projects on this page have their internal project checkbox checked. That's how you can separate external and internal projects. Scrolling down, you will see all related tasks, sprints, and meetings. You can also view projects grouped by status. Scrolling down, you can view all internal tasks with different views as well as all internal meetings and goals. Next, My Board. My Board is a team function in this management system. Each team member in your agency can have their own personal dashboard. If you change anything for the database here, please don't click Save for Everyone to maintain default settings for other team members. At the Tasks section, your team members can view all tasks assigned to them specifically on this dashboard in daily and weekly views. They can also view all their responsible tasks at once. The last tab is Personal To Do. Team members can add their to-do list on a daily basis on their own. Those personal to-dos should have the Hide in Public checkbox checked. At the Pipeline section, they can view both external and internal projects assigned to them. At the Meeting section, they can view both external and internal meetings that have added them as an attendee in the Meeting Detail page in weekly and monthly views. As well as the Events section, they can view all in-person and online events to which they have been invited as agency attendees. Here, let's see how to add an event from scratch. First, we have to choose which institutions or companies your agency interacted with host this event. Then choose the type and form of the events. Add attendees from other institutions as well as agency attendees. You can also add the fee of the events and a meeting link if it's an online event. team members can also view goals they have been assigned to in their own dashboard. Next is the content creation area. If your agency is using organic content or paid advertising for client acquisition, this function will be very useful for you. We will dive into the content dashboard for everyone in the agency later, but let's first see how each team member can use their content hub to create content and share with the team. First, team members can capture their content ideas from different resources here. The idea inbox in their own dashboard has added a filter that created by them. They can view all their ideas in list and status view. In the detail page, they can add resource links and past inspired content at the bottom for later usage. At the status view, content ideas can be drag and drop to different statuses. If it is content that will be frequently used, can consider templatizing it. At the right-hand side, you can view all content pillars grouped by main and subtopic. Here is the content planning section, where team members can start to combine content ideas and content pillars into the creating process. Team members can view their content pipeline in planning, status, and weekly view. When creating new content, team members can click the New button at the right. Here are pre-made content templates connected with different social media platforms I have prepared for your agency. If there is any social media platform your agency is not using, feel free to delete them. Let's see how to create content from scratch. In the content detail page, team members can add detailed info like content type, priority, publish date, time, format, etc. A countdown will be automatically added once the publish date is set. Under the Properties section, there are plug-and-play content templates for inspiration. Also, different platforms come with different template formats. Every piece of content can be dragged and dropped in this section. In the content detail page, every team member can control the visibility of every piece of content. If it's only an idea and team members are not sure they will actually create this piece of content, they can check the Hide in Public checkbox, so this content will only appear in his or her own dashboard. Once they are certain about creating this content and add it to the content pipeline, they can uncheck it. Then this piece of content will appear in All Content page, where everyone in your agency can view it in the content pipeline. Below the content planner is the Scheduled Content pipeline, where team members can view their content with the status of scheduled, which is finished editing and ready for publishing. This pipeline comes with both weekly and monthly views. Scrolling down, here is the content reflection area, where every team member can track the performance of their published content with different metrics and indicators. If it's high-performing content, it can be templatized for future usage. This section can be viewed in different formats, by platforms, content type, and performance. Next, the project page. In the project page, all team members can view all projects in the pipeline, both external client projects and agency internal projects. Projects can be viewed in list view and grouped by project status. On the right, there are priority, progress, and assignees of the projects. Next, task page. Every member of your team can view both external and internal tasks filtered by status and deadline. On the right-hand side, you can see a checkbox. Once the task has been completed, remember to tick the checkbox. This checked box will be sent to the archive database and disappear from this page. If you accidentally tick the checkbox, just press Command+Z or Control+Z to undo it. Next, sprint page. Both internal and external sprints can be viewed by status and projects on this page. Also, the dependencies between each sprint as well as priority, progress, and assignees. If you want to change the order in project view, you can click the three dots on the right and adjust them manually. Next, meeting page. On this page, all team members can view both external and internal upcoming meetings in a monthly view. By clicking into each meeting detail page, you can change the properties as well as meeting agendas for each meeting. Next, sales management page. On this page, every team member can view all current advertising campaigns on different social media platforms, filtered by platforms and services. If you want to change the order of platforms, you can click the three dots on the right side and change the order manually. Click into each campaign detail page, and you can track different metrics of each campaign. If you want to change the order of the properties, simply drag them to the place you want them to be. Scrolling down, you can also add projects this ad campaign has brought in. Next, content page. On this page, you can first see all social media platforms your agency is using. Feel free to delete those you are not using. Click into the platform detail page, where you can find all detail properties and a progress bar, as well as marketing campaigns you are running on that platform. Scrolling down, you will see the content pipeline of the platform. Under the content pipeline, you can see goals for the platform. The progress bar in the property section will change depending on the status of these goals. You can also see a progress bar at the front of each platform. Under social media platforms, you can find the content pipeline. This is the place where your entire team can view what content is on the pipeline, as well as the status and assignees of it. Scrolling down, there is a public content planning area, including Content Idea Inbox, Content Pillars, and Content Planner. Every one of your team members can view the content here. They can choose to plan content here or at their private dashboard. The Content Planner provides the flexibility for you to drag and drop the content for different days and times. If you want to add new published times, just click the Add Group button here. To change the order of the published times, just click these three dots and drag the group to reorder it. Click into each content detail page, and you can also find a content template at the bottom. Different platforms come with different templates. Lastly, there is a content reflection area where all published content will appear here. Next, institutions. At this page, you can view all institutions your agency has interacted with, as well as their belonging categories. In the category section, you can relate institutions to it. The number will be automatically counted as you add the relation. If you want to add a new category, just click the New button here, give the category a name, and add institutions to it. Let's move further to institution settings. This ABC company is the one we created while adding a new project at the dashboard. We can now fill out all its detailed info. Choose a type of institution, add a key contact for it, and the current status, as well as other info. If your agency is currently running a project with this institution, you can see the project here as well as the events hosted by this institution. You can also view the type and category of each institution at the front. If you want other properties to appear at the front, you can click the three dots here, click into Properties, and add the one you desire. Filtered by different types of tabs, you can change these categories to meet your current need. Next, Contact. At the Contact page, you can view all key contacts from different institutions your agency is interacting with. Filter by different categories of the contacts. Click into each contact detail page, and you can view all detailed info of the contact person. This ABC contact is the one that we added as the ABC project's key contact person. You can choose to fill out all the details once you add a new project, or you can create a new profile in the project database and come back to the contact page to finish other details. To add a profile picture for the contact person, you can upload an image at the Avatar property. The Friendliness property will be shown at the front once you give it a number from 05. A follow-up date will be automatically added when you set the last contact date. The default setting is set to 3 days after the last contact date. You can change the number in the formula easily. Next, Events. At the Event page, your team can view all upcoming events in weekly and monthly views. You can also see if it's an online or in-person event. Scrolling down, here are institutions if you want to view the host of the event on the same page. Next, Employee. At the Employee page, you can view all departments, employee info, leave counts, recruitment, and salaries here. You can view the number of employees in each department at the front. Employees are filtered by full-time, part-time, contractor, intern, and details. Click into the Detail page, and you can see all info of the employee, as well as their leave counts and onboarding checklist. If you want to edit the onboarding checklist, just click into the Template page and make adjustments there. To view the leave count, click into each detail page and fill out other info. The day count will be automatically calculated once the date is set. After you relate the leave count to a specific employee, their remaining leave count will be counted in their employee detail page. For recruitment, in the detail page, you can choose the department, location, type, level, and rate, etc. for that position. Scrolling down, you can create a detailed job description for it. In the salary section, don't forget to choose the year and the month of the salary. It will be counted into the finance database, which we will go through later. Choose the quarter, status, and relate to the employee database, etc. The actual payout may be different for each month. You can add a note alongside. The verified payout will appear once the status is set to Paid. Let's add a new salary as an example. Next, Service page. Here we can manage and add all your agency services with different views. Next, Invoice page. Here you can view all invoices and their status, as well as projects related to them below. When you are adding a new invoice, don't forget to choose the year and the month. It will be related and calculated to the monthly and yearly report, which we will go through later. Verified payout will appear after the status is set to paid. Scrolling down, here is a very important part where you have to link the invoice with the client portal you sent to your client for communication and management purposes. To find the client portal for each client, you have to go to the institution page. In each detail page, you will find the specific client portal for the client. If you don't see it when you click into the detail page, that is because you added this institution from another database, such as projects or contact database. But both methods work. You just need to click the New Institution button here, and the default template will automatically generate a client portal for you. Let's see how to edit the client portal. Click into it, and you will find all pages you will probably need to communicate with clients when starting a new project. You can copy the link of the client portal and send it to the client once you finish editing them, or you can send these docs separately depending on the progress of the projects. The main thing here is to be organized and put all docs in one place internally. Once you need them, you know where to find them. After we have edited the invoice for this institution, copy the link and let's go back to the invoice page. Then paste the link here for better internal invoice management purposes. All detail changes will be synced automatically. Reminder: use link to page here, not copy the entire page and paste it. It will duplicate the invoice, and the info details will not be synced automatically if any changes are made in the future. After you finish this step, it will be very convenient when you need details of the invoice. You just need to click the specific invoice page, and you can find it in the detail page below. Next, Finance page. Here you can track your agency's income, expenses, salaries, monthly report, and yearly report. Incomes are counted by the invoices database. Payment will be altered as you change the status of the invoice. Only at the paid status, the amount of the verified payout will be shown. When you are filling out details for expense data, don't forget to choose the year and month property, since these numbers will be related to the monthly and yearly report. Monthly and yearly recurring expenses, such as software subscriptions, will be automatically added at the beginning of the month and year. The salary database will also be shown here for better navigation purposes. Scrolling down is the monthly report. Every month, a new month page will be automatically added. All incomes, expenses, salaries, and monthly reports you see on the dashboard are filtered by a specific year. Now is 2023 as an example. Don't forget to change the filter to the new year on a yearly basis. All the numbers you see in the monthly and yearly reports are with the status paid for accurate accounting purposes. Next, Goals. At this page, you can view both objectives and key results in the status, month, quarter, and year view of your agency. Click into the Objective Detail page, and you will see the progress and other detailed info of it. Scrolling down, there are key results related to this objective. In the Key Result Detail page, you can see related projects to it. This OKR system will help you break down your visions in different areas of your agency into trackable objectives, key results, projects, and finally, to daily actionable tasks. Next, areas. You can add areas that are crucial to your agency and set goals to achieve those visions. The progress bar at the front will be calculated by the status of related objectives. Next, brand assets. It is important to have solid brand assets for your agency in today's market. If you haven't got one, this page will guide you step by step to crystallize your market research, target audience, brand voice, brand personality, brand vision, brand value, brand story, color, typography, and logo. After following the guidance on each detail page, you will have your strong brand assets in place. Next, portfolio. This page is where you can manage all of your astonishing previous works with case studies in one place. This database will be embedded in the proposal you send to your client. Let's have a look at how this works. You only have to add your new works here, and all the proposals you send out to your prospects will automatically be synced. This helps you raise your closing rate on sales calls. Next, resource page. This page is designed for you to manage important resources for your projects or interagency management. Categorize each resource into different folders for easy retrieval. On the resource detail page, associate each resource with specific projects in the pipeline, streamlining your resource management and boosting productivity. In each folder, you can find related resources below. When adding new resources, you just need to choose the folder at the folder property, and you will see it in the folder detail page. Next, Account page. Here you can manage all your login details of different software subscriptions for easier accessibility. Don't forget to set the visibility for different team members if needed. Next, Tools. Here you can manage all frequently used tools with access URLs in one place. Categorizing by function is useful when you have many different tools. Next, Bonus. I have included many plug-and-play templates for outreach and content creation. Once you download them, you can use them as inspiration. Documentations are all important pages included in the client portal. You can adjust them according to your needs. Lastly, Archive. This page serves as a comprehensive repository, securely storing all completed tasks, projects, sales, financial information, and other essential elements of your agency's operations, ensuring everything is readily accessible for future reference when needed. We can find in every detail page of different databases, there is an archive checkbox. Once you check it, the data will appear on the archive page. If you accidentally check it, simply press Command+Z to undo. Then you will see the data comes back to the database. If you don't need the data anymore, you can simply delete it. That's it for the tutorial. Hope you like it. You can grab your Agency Second Brain in the description below. Subscribe to the channel for the latest updates. Thanks for watching. Until the next one.